Hey, welcome. All my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy. P-Funk, thinking right, out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. I'm gonna get some flack for this one because I'm about to tell the truth about what y'all don't want to tell the truth about. So, like my man said, I want the truth. Can you handle the truth? We'll find out. I'm about to give it to you. Let's go. Right is a 25 rule to live by storytelling. A story with a message. There's a message and story for life. These are life lessons and truths. So you take them, use them, find out for yourself one way or another. Don't make a difference to me. I already know. I'm trying to give it to you so that you can know thyself. That's the name of this game. I appreciate you. So let's do what we do. We got a good thing going. No need stopping now. So I take the fact, but I'm gonna do what I do for you. Right thinkers mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten. I'm gonna do that. Inspire. Hopefully do that. Educate. Definitely do that. And motivate you, the individual, to what? A higher spiritual level of enlightenment. That's all I'm trying to do for you so you can know you. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and I'm on it. Yours is to get on your grind and handle yours in your own time. My thing is to give it to you. After that, my job is done. So let me get my job done. I got some things to do myself. So know thyself is the question. If you know, fine. If not, help you out with that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, don't know much. They're foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, that's keeping it real, being honest with yourself. I can teach you. That's what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not, here we go, and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. I'm learning now in West my time. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, it's okay. They're asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about, and now you always hear me say religion is the well-dressed lie. Now I'm going to try to break it down, explain to you why. I don't make accusations, just throw something out there. No, if you ask me what I mean, I'll explain it to you. But don't just take it as what he said, in it. No, there's a reason why. So let me reintroduce myself. When I make statements, I can back them up. So I'm not going to get some flat, but watch this. I can back it up for me. The mystery systems is what the ancients call what they practice. Shita Nida, Shema Maya philosophy. We knew what we were doing. The belief system is when the Roman Catholics took over and started writing this book y'all call the Bible. So please, I know history. If you don't know history, don't argue with me what you don't know about. Find out for yourself, and then you'll understand and appreciate more what I do for you. Trust me. I tell you, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious for a reason. Why? Spirit is God. Religion is created by man. Simple. They want to control you with believing what they tell you. I want to enlighten you with giving you the truth. Simple as that. Two different aspects, two different concepts. Why? Let me show you. If you tell me one lie, don't need but be told a lie. One time, I know you lied to me one time. I got no belief in nothing you say. You will never get 100% of my faith in you. Why? Because I know you lie. You lie, you steal. So it just permeates. Again, that's that ego thing. So I'm trying to explain to you, a person who's teaching you or instructing you, if they're lying to you, don't take their instructions. Simple as that. Why? For any truth teller, one lie is one lie too many. Simple as that. If you catch me in a lie about what I'm teaching, please bring it to my attention because I will not intentionally tell you a lie. I may be confused, misunderstand, but I'm not going to lie. I got no purpose, no reason for that. So call me a lot of things, but a liar, no. Why? I don't appreciate being lied to, and I sure don't do things I don't like done to me. That's why it's a simple concept. If I'm obsessed with it, too bad. One lie too many for me. Now, if truth is what you're in search of, or truth is what you're teaching and preaching, you better do that. If you're perpetrating a belief system, you can do that all you want. Why? Because it's up to the suckers who are going to follow you. But if you're a truth teller, they're going to see through the lies that you're going to perpetrate. That's the difference between a sage and a pastor. Right thinking philosophy, truth telling, is the spiritual truths I teach. You can learn them and what? You live them for yourself. I ain't selling you a bill of goods. I'm telling you what you can do for yourself. Hence, I do what I do for you. I'm not here to swindle you, hoodwink you, and none of that nonsense or sway you one way or another. I'm trying to get you to be your best self. That's not swaying. That's informing. That's what I do. So you can become your own master of yourself. So them guys won't be able to trick you. You got a bunch of them. Don't be one of them. You live by the lesson that you learn from me daily. What? So that you can know God. Why? For yourself. I don't want you to believe in God because I say God is just, God is that. No, no, no. I'm going to enlighten you to show you how you can get God's attention and receive his blessings. That's real. That's spiritual. It ain't religious. Religion was meant to be followed on a daily basis. I know that lived out. But if you following a lie, you ain't ever going to get to the truth. I know people who've been following that book 50 years, still in the same place in that book, same place in their life, same idea. That is crazy to me. Right thing philosophy, okay? I fellowship with religious people why? Because they go to church and they have intentions to worship and appreciating God. And that's not the caveat. They live what they profess. I ain't got a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that. If what your belief system lay out for you to follow, and if you do that, guess what? It'll work for you. I told you, I ain't saying it don't work. I'm just telling you there's some falsehood there, so it won't work all the time. So moving on. That's why I call it the well-dressed lie. It's gonna look good. It's even gonna sound good. Sometimes seem good. But in reality, it don't raise your consciousness. It don't get you to the next level. It gets you, keep you begging, pleading, and living in fear. I want you to wake up, recognize God for yourself, and be your best self. Two different concepts. So understand that I fellowship. I don't attend to learn. And nope, nope. I fellowship with like-minded people about God. But we have different concepts and views and principles that we live by to make that happen. That don't make me an enemy of theirs or an enemy of mine. Simple. Understand that. I can mix with anybody if it's God based. Simple. That's spiritual. Why? That's God. Now, if you pay attention, quick lesson, and I got to keep doing this because I'm not trying to stop you from doing what you're doing. I just want to enlighten you to what I know that you obviously don't. So listen, this is what teaching is all about. If you pay attention to the Garden of Eden story, you will know it's a lie. I teach esoteric knowledge for a reason. That's the truth that God can back to God can do things. Let's go back to the Garden of Eden. Watch this. God gave them orders what not to do. That's instructions. As a parent, he's the ultimate. God's the ultimate parent. Excuse me. And back to the Garden of Eden. Watch this. He told them what not to do. Right. I tell my children, don't do this. If I come back and they did what I told them not to do, they're going to be punished. Don't make a difference. Please understand that. That don't make me a bad parent. That means I'm a disciplinarian. If I say do something, you don't do it, you got to pay the consequences for that. Fact of life, back to the garden. When they committed that sin, they disobeyed God. Adam, Snitchfield, let me tell you like it is, he let Eve entice him to do wrong after she had been enticed by the serpent. Okay? But let's keep it real. She did it. She wanted company. When we do something bad, the first thing we want is have somebody do it with us. Perfect example. That was there. Watch this. Now, but as long as they was obedient to God, Before they got that knowledge of good and evil, they was fine, living under God's umbrella, God's obedience, spiritual, okay? Not religious, spiritual. When they disobeyed and the punishment came down, Eve didn't say what, no, everybody had to pay. Said, oh, he even punished the serpent. That's not less, but I ain't going there. But let's talk about how the concept, they're a lie. Okay. When you got God and you got man, and they ain't one, you're lying. I always tell you the reason why I call religion the world just lie. You separate God from man, right then, Garden of Eden. So I'm not here to play this mind. No, simple fact, concept. I ain't arguing. I'm just making a point. Again, I'm teaching the concept. Remember, now in my philosophy concept, God is where in you when. What did he say he would be until what in the time? So in the Garden of Eden, he took a walk and left y'all to your own discretion. And what happened? See, that's why. So God should never be outside of man. Religious concept in the belief system have God outside of man. That's a lie. So don't keep coming at me. I'm telling you why. I'm showing you how. So moving on. That's it. Moving. That's it. Now, watch this. You can't come and debate a fact. You can either accept it or not. Simple as that. So I don't do the arguing. If they know themselves to be, once they knew themselves to be male and female, know what happened? The ego self was introduced. The ego self knows the difference between I and God. The ego self is by itself. If it's not united with knowledge and understanding of itself, it's just ego. It's God out. It's on its own. It thinks it is God. Don't you? You ego trippers. Okay, but that's when the ego self, knowing thyself, ego, that's your identity. That's who you are. You can't destroy the ego. You don't want to kill it. I hear these nonsensical so-called conscious people kill the ego, destroy the ego. You can't destroy your own identity. That's why the sign for the set is the hatchet to his head. Only you can destroy you. Can't nobody touch you if you act accordingly and acquiesce the ego self to God. Watch what I'm trying to make you do. Why? Because he's your best adversary. If you can keep him with the hatchet out of his hand from doing himself in, he can work hard and good for you. That's us as God faithful servants. Going against God is putting the hatchet to your head. But we call it the devil. We call it nonsense to step philosophically and conceptualize and understand it. Yeah, it makes great sense. Moving on. You and God are what? One. That's the whole goal of right thinkers. I need you to know you and God are one. He ain't up there, out there, around there. He's in here. You just got to be conscious of that. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little amped up. You and God are one. That's the same secret of life to know what? God. And you are one. When you realize who you are, what Batman is, I am Batman. Your alter ego, your higher self. Yeah. Batman aspires to do what? Help, do good, do. But he got to hide himself to do those things. Why? Because they won't accept it. Understand that? So being a good guy, Seth is really a good guy. He just need to be what? Controlled, harnessed, and put into a position of service. That's the goal of all of us with our ego self. Bam! I know you appreciate that one, dude. Now, you and God did that one. In religion, here we go. This is my problem. In religion, God does his greatest work, creating things in 6 days, 7 days. He retired and watched his creation. But if he just put everything there, where is he? Up there, looking down? That's the concept. I don't subscribe to that. I tell you, God said everything was on purpose. Something was missing. Him. In religion, y'all missing God because y'all put him outside of you. I tell you, I learned the spiritual truth, and it wasn't from the Bible. So I'm saying to you, if you think the Bible is the end all be all book, that's a you problem, not mine. I know something else. I started under Dr. Ben, Dr. Henry Clark, I just showed you my dude church wall back in the beginning of my early days when I was looking in search of truth and knowledge. So I picked and chose who I wanted to follow, and I did that. I ended up with my dude, Muata Ashby, who to this day, the last 15 years, I got everything he written pretty much. I know what he teach. I respect his teaching. I follow his teachings, and I add my personal twist to it so it becomes right thinking, or I would have to preach or teach his philosophical concepts. I don't have to. I have my own. I just use his, use somebody else's, use Hindu, Vedic, Tao. I use a little bit of everything. I call it spiritual gumbo. Why? I got a little bit of everything. So, and it's all good. When you can take them all together, put all up in there, and make it taste good, that's how you enlighten people. So, yeah, and the name, the last into name, I ain't into naming, okay, but those two guys, those few guys, I have to always let it be known. I didn't make this up. I studied under people who did their job so I can get the knowledge, so I can do my job. I'm doing, they just say, pass it on. Somebody would say, I got this from P-Funk. I got this from WRIGHT. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So I just want to pin that link in that chain. That's all. So moving on. I didn't just learn it. Well, at the time I was learning, I'm just learning it. I'm trying to better myself. I lived it to prove, this ain't a bad deal. And I end up mastering it. So now all I want to do is what? Teach you to do the same. That's what I think the philosophy came about. Me just giving me what I got. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. Why have it and don't share it? So I'm giving it away. This knowledge is something that you can use. I call them life lessons. That's what I got for you. I teach you right thinkers those spiritual truths as I've learned them, live by them, so that you can yourself do the same thing. It ain't hard. It ain't brain surgery. So I told my pastor before I came to start fellowshipping, my man, I know God. I know you know God. You're a man of God. You've been there. But I made the change. I'm coming to you to let you know, yo, I'm rolling with you now. Remember, when I was on the other side of the tracks, when you going to him, you understood. So now I'm on your terms. You got this ball. I trust him. That's what I'm trying to let you know. And when you put your faith in a man, you better be pretty good about what you pick and who you pick and why, because man, pretty much gonna let you down. So be careful who you put that trust in. I'm like anybody, I'm human. If he let me down, man, I ain't gonna be good. But I got faith and trust. So I ain't worried about that. Now, I didn't use the Bible to gain my God knowledge and get to God. It's not a knock on the Bible. Trust me. It's just I didn't use that to get the same results that my pastor got, that he learned since he was a kid. He been that way since I known him. So that's why I trust him with that. But what I went and got, nothing to do with him. Nobody else. I did that. I acquired all that. Well, I'm coming back to him saying, yo, man, okay, yeah. So we converse, we talk. I'm listening to him, he listened to me. Iron sharpens iron. So I have no problem with religious people at all. I just don't follow religious concepts. Please understand that. I'm tired of having that argument. My best friends are religious. I know a way to God. That's all I'm trying to tell him. My man, I know how to get to God. I'm not going to come into your church and tell them how to get to God. I'm going to come to church, sit, and get the lessons from you like I've been doing for the last 10 years. But I know a way to God. And outside the church, if they choose to follow me on my YouTube channel, I go to church and have my card out. Yeah. That means after church, you can check me out. Simple. And I have a few people in my church, and they said, we need right thinking in church. I'm in church. I'm here with you. So, yeah. But my pastor is doing a great job teaching what he teaches. You don't need to teach right thinking. That ain't what he do. That's what I do. So, understand that. And after 35 years of studying and living my righteous and virtuous lifestyle, I can go and be comfortable in any religious or any setting, environment. Why? I got a problem. I know what I'm here for. I know why I'm here. And when you separate God from man, you are a liar. My pastor didn't fall for that okie doke. If so, I wouldn't be in church. I wouldn't be following him. If he had God separated from man, oh, no, I wouldn't be there. So he understands. I get it. I got it. Watch this. Now, God is in man. That's spiritual truth. Simple as that. Now, if you can teach it, break it down any way you want, but don't take God out of man, I'm going to call you a liar. That's why I call it the well-dressed lie. Somebody convinced you that God is out there. They lied to you. And if you took that philosophy, you're a liar too. Something like my man Gino. Gino, you're going to hell. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Talking that, I ain't going this back. See, you got two kinds of dudes. That one dude, honey, I sure hope nobody's in our, in our seats. When they're going out to a concert, y'all going out, you got the tickets paid for. You figure the seat should be vacant. Sometimes you get there and somebody's in your seat. I'm that dude. I wish somebody would be in mine. Wow, he about to have a problem. Simple. That's mine. Own it. If you own it, fight for it. Simple as that. That's what I'm saying. I'm a fighter. If it's mine, my man, let's get it on. We ain't got to just no, I'm gonna do all that. So yeah, that's just the truth. You got the truth, that's what I fight for. Truth, justice, and whatever they say, all that good stuff. No, man, listen. Well, man, I don't know. Please. Okay, here you go. If you tell me I have to go through Jesus Christ to get to God, you're a liar. I ain't following you. Simple as that. Don't do that, God. Don't do the you know me. I'm a straight shooter. God and I ain't no middleman. So that philosophy, I won't even entertain. Religion say God is in heaven, while we're here living in hell. And when we die, we can go to him. Reverend Ike, get him. I ain't buying that pie in the sky, buy bull crap. I want mine while I'm here. And if you do the things that he teach you how to do, he was a progressive teacher, a conscious man. He taught you how to get to God, communicate with God. Why? Because he taught you God was in you. I love that. So all them other, no, if you give me something I can use, I'm going to take it. If you give me something that's useless, I'm going to not waste my time. That's my choice. That's my discernment. I'm very good at that. I know good from bad. Watch this. God, according to religion, sits up high and looks down low. Don't subscribe that there. Moving on. That's why I don't tell me no, my man. No. I'm not buying it. If you got a con man, his whole con is giving him a chance to jibber jabber. No, it's done. We're done. Stop. Telemarketing. No. Bang. And I'm not gonna hit argue with you. Waste of time. Sorry about that. Let me wrap this up. I see the clock again. I hate when I do that, but I'm trying to get this message out, and I want you to understand, not just the way you said. No. I teach right thinkers are what? We're spiritual beings, God's children having a human experience. Still God's children, we just don't know it. We have a memory loss. Obvious. Why? Because the spirit don't have memory. Conscious is memory. So when you get a fresh body, you have a blank conscious. Sometimes it recognizes deja vu when the spirit just interjects into you. Yeah. Like I said, if I die now, without getting what I want, my ego being satisfied with that red Rolls Royce, my next spirit going to the next body, that spirit going to carry that conscience with it. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The things that you desire most don't die when you die. That desire stays there. That's why when they reincarnate, you have the same problem. Don't forget the concept. Moving on. That's the idea I'm trying to give you, concept that you can understand. So if you religion, you have God outside you, that is a lie. And I can prove it, and I always will. If your religion have God outside you, they're lying. Watch this. God dwells where? In the heart of all of us, his children. That's why he's what? Pure love. That feeling, that's God. Unconditional God. When you get conscious of it, you become God-like in the flesh. Why? Because now you got compassion, empathy. That's why anybody in lower nature, you don't have love for nobody except your feelings. When you raise your conscious level, when you feel love, compassion, empathy, you speak truth, makadu, something will happen. Your third eye open, your connection to God gets even more aware. Now you can receive information from God. That's what the third eye opening and the seventh round of chakra, meaning you've experienced it. That's the 33rd degree of masonry. It's not a degree, it's honorary. What? If you put work in, you will obtain that state. So everything is predicated on what? Putting work in. And you understand it. Let me wrap this up. I love that my pastor puts God in you. If he taught otherwise, I wouldn't be there. Simple as that. I've been on this brother a long time. And I feel for my study, for my side of this, he's one of the guys who's doing what he's doing that I don't participate in the right way. So I will partake and follow. Again, I'm learning every week. I get lessons biblically. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't think religion really knows where God is in his children. Why? I do. That's what I see in my this. They got concept of God. They love and praise, but there's still that caveat because they're being, led. So until they experience it for themselves, that's how I call it the mystic experience. You can be learned. You can listen to the story. You can practice the ritual, go to church. But if you ain't putting the work in on your own time behind the scenes, you don't get nothing. That's the idea of prayer without works. The works is you behind the scenes putting your work in daily. And I tell you, I started just journey with these people for 10 years now. I thought I was in the wrong place. Why? Because everybody was asking God for something. I'm saying, ooh, whoa, whoa. But over the years, I found out that not everybody's giving thanks for God for getting something. That's the beautiful thing. That's how I know religion works. Why? I'm observing. I'm observing. I'm not calling shots. I'm not running nothing. I'm watching and I'm seeing it happen. I cry every week in church because the message hits home. That's spiritual. I teach being God conscious, right? 24/7, 365. I don't turn God off. I don't use God when I need him. I don't call it. No, I'm God conscious all the time. And if you spend that amount of time with me, you say, this brother, yeah. But it's not fanatical God consciousness. It's just understanding, giving thanks, and being grateful for the things that he have done. And recognizing that in him is not a bad thing. Moving on. Okay. The way to keep set your ego, the devil, away is what? Keeping God on your mind all the time. Be prayed up. I call it being God conscious. Some people say obsessed, but if your obsession is with doing the right thing, be obsessed by all means. Okay. Last one, I'm wrapping up, and I appreciate you. Sorry taking so long. Right thinking philosophy is not a religion. Only in the sense that if religion means practice what you're learning, then you can call it religion. But if that means I got to know religion is following a set, but a way of life. You live, think, feel, eat, sleep, drink, what? God. That's right then philosophy. That's what I'm gonna get you to understand. Y'all call it being prayed up. I ain't running around raising the roof. Oh no, I don't. No. I'm gonna live, do, and be right, and show God through my righteous deeds, not a whole bunch of jibber jabber. That's what right thing is all about. And when you do, you know thyself. When you do the right thing, live right by doing these things, you will know God for yourself, and likewise, you will know thyself. That's the goal of right thinking philosophy. That's what I do for you. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.